Director of Ceremonies, my colleague, the Assistant Minister of Trade. I was just explaining to them that when I left, there was a problem of a quorum in Parliament, and you were stuck there. You couldn't leave because through the parliamentary procedures, we have to form a quorum. Probably it's not like in football, where one is given a red card, the match can just continue. In Parliament, we just have to form the numbers. The acting chairperson of Thapong Board of Trustees, Kgathi, and members of the board here present, Your Excellencies, members of the Diplomatic Corps, the government officials here present, and the Managing Director of DTC Botswana, Kgathi, and the heads of parastatal bodies and sponsors, and members from the private companies, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good evening. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm very honored and privileged to officiate at this 9th Thapong Artist of the Year Award ceremony. I first officiated at a ceremony of this kind, I'm sure it was the 7th edition. And we are here like we were before to recognize and acknowledge the talent, skill, and application of some of Botswana's finest artists. Ladies and gentlemen, such awards are an important platform for the artists to express themselves and gauge themselves among the best in the country. The competition facilitates identification of some of the most talented artists in Botswana and rewards them for their finest piece of work. The award ceremony enables artists to establish contacts and strengthen networks amongst themselves and also learn from each other. The Thapong Artist of the Year Award started from humble beginnings in 2004 and has demonstrated tremendous growth each year. The competition has attracted over 300 entries, as you can see, in the last 2 years, compared with less than a dozen at inception. I'm also informed that the competition this year was very tough. I'm sure that was a whisper from the judges, given the quality of the entries, which keeps on improving each year. The first prize has increased, as you've been informed, from 1,000 pula at inception to 30,000 pula today. Thanks to DTC, Mr. Kgathi, you have made the right choice and you have picked the right partner, being the artist of Botswana. These were more like orphans, and we would like to thank you very much for coming into Botswana and identifying the right partner. You will contribute. You will contribute tremendously to the growth and the image of this country. You did not follow suit like others did by coming in and just jumping into the waters of sponsoring football and some of the popular sports. You took time and you picked and wanted to pick the niche and say, this is where I want to go and make a difference. And I would like to assure you, as Minister responsible for youth, sport and culture, that we shall give you the respect you deserve, the cooperation you deserve, and create all the conducive environment under which the relationship between DTC Botswana and Thapong and the entire cultural fraternity will be working under. Government is very much alive to the potential of the arts in employment creation, reduction of poverty, and diversification of the economy. It is our responsibility, those of us who have the duty to advocate on behalf of the arts, to convince those in the Ministries of Finance. Unfortunately, Rakudu was there and he's left. I had my hopes that him being an artist, a guitarist, he would understand the language when we request money to develop the arts. And I would like to confirm and agree with you that we are still way behind in Botswana with respect to the development of the arts. We do not have the right facilities, as you can see. We do in patchwork, and it's important for all of us to ensure that we make those who do not understand the importance of artists in making a difference in the development of a country to begin to understand it. We can capture the entire history book in a piece of art of work and explain who we are, what this country is. So let us engage more into education and educate more people. However, there are commendable efforts from government. We, in 2008, introduced the President's Day competitions and the constituency art competitions in 2010, with the view that this will be a kickstart towards the development of the arts in the country. These programs have not only reawakened the cultural awareness among our people, but have also rewarded our talented artists financially. The prize money received by the artists who participated in the 2011-12 constituency art competitions was 48.5 million. I therefore wish both Thapong Visual Arts Center and your partners to commit to this long-term relationship that will be beneficial to both parties. Such arrangements or memoranda of understanding will provide assurances of what the parties will deliver together to bring stability and continuity to programs and program implementation. And in this regard, good corporate governance is critical in your operations to continue to attract partners and sponsors. I am very happy and satisfied in terms of the conduct of what Thapong Visual Center does. They are very professional in their approach, and probably this is what is interesting and attracting these sponsors. The Ministry of Youth, Sport and Culture recognizes the good work that Thapong Visual Arts does in improving both the administration of the arts and the welfare and the growth of the artists. It is in this regard that we make a modest contribution annually through a grant to Thapong Visual Arts Center for the realization of these activities that they do. I also would like to commend Thapong for their strategic approach in the manner in which they are doing things and in the manner in which they are dealing with their partners, such as the French and the German embassy and the Diamond Trading Company, Botswana, with arrangements for these activities. One reason why the Thapong Visual Arts Awards are growing from year to year is because, as I've said earlier, they have made themselves into a brand that many sponsors would like to associate with. And it is in this regard that we are saying we stand behind you and we shall encourage you to make sure that next year or in the year to come, these awards are much bigger an event that almost everyone in the whole country will wish to come to this center next year around this time. And I take pride in the success and growth of the arts sector because I believe that it mirrors our creativity in all the spheres of national lives and enables Botswana to improve their quality of life. I would like to assure you that we have concluded the formulation of the the Arts Council bill, which will translate into a piece of law soon after I will have presented it to Parliament. I had arranged consultative forum for all of you to make an input in this bill so that it constitutes and represents your wishes, so that when we take it to Parliament, there will be no delays and people will appreciate. This is a start, but soon after this has been turned into law, let's try and fast track all the developments and make sure that we encourage the arts. We want the Ministry of Finance to be able later on during the years to come to tell us what is our contribution to the GDP in terms of the arts and the performing artists in the country. The 2012 Thapong Artist of the Year Awards ceremony officially opened. The best artist you do win. Thank you very much.